Okay, so basically what we're doing here, we're lying underneath the landy as usual. We bought this 130 and it looks like it's, after my research, it looks like it's got Discovery front springs in it because it's marked blue, yellow. And I looked at the pounds per square inch. She's at about 175 pounds per square inch on the springs. So we're just going to do some testing for the next couple of months and stuff like that. I'm actually going to chuck in my old 110 rear springs. They're Old Man Emus. They are 300 constant loads. And the pounds per square inch there, I think it was at like 330 or something like that, or 280. I think it's 280. So we're going to go up 100 pounds per square inch, but I'm probably leaning towards putting in 754 Old Man Emu springs and running with some airbags. So here we go, wheel comes off. We're going to sort the rubbers out on the springs as well, on the shocks, and yeah, then we're going to try and get the spring out and see what the ride out is like. So yeah, we're just doing a little measurement before we take everything off. There it reads 985. So we're going to put the new springs in, or should I say the second-hand test springs. We're going to see where she sits after this.
What you feeling?
Telling me this must be like this.
I got you.
These are spacers. People put them on the car so they can offset push the tire out or the rim out or something. I've never had spacers on my car, on any of my cars. I think they're kind of silly. So we'll see. We're probably going to end up taking these stupid things out.
Seconds later.
So what's the verdict?
We're going to take these stupid things off. No. Okay. Oh, love the ratchet spanners. I'm so glad I've got another set. Okay, right.
What's wrong?
It's not even gonna come loose.
Why?
It's rusty, it's been there too long. They didn't put grease on it. Okay, plan B. Already on plan B. So now we've got an axle stand underneath the chassis. We've got one underneath the diff. These are spring helpers. So we attach them to the spring here, drop the diff, and hopefully these springs are just going to kick out the lazy way. Okay, let's hope this works. Drop the diff. Come on. There we go. And we're going to replace this plate because I believe we're supposed to have some easy mounting nuts on here. None of this hard work we've just been doing. Okay, so we've taken out this progressive spring. It's a purple yellow. It comes from a Defender 110. It's got 280 pounds per square inch on the progressive, and the bottom at 420 pounds per square inch. So we virtually put in this is for a test. We put in our Old Man Emu 755, which means it's 280 pounds per square inch, and she's probably about an inch higher. Then we've taken dodgy wheel spacers off. You know what happens with these in the bush, make drama. 1 times wheel spacer off, gone. So now we're gonna go back to old school. So we're gonna test these. Otherwise, I think we're gonna go up to 754's Old Man Emu. It's gonna raise it as well a little bit. So now it's tie it back on, jack it up, happy days. So we're back and we're drowning in land use today. First one is we're dropping our 130 off for all the hard work and stuff. It's just much easier to get someone else to put a gearbox and sort your clutch out. So we've got, it's virtually a year-old Ashcroft 380 gearbox. It's going to go into the 130. Got him a bell housing and all the parts from my old 110. Also going to give him the clutch assembly and the flywheel. I'm going to ask him, a little cool trick I've got here is to cut the little webs out of the exhaust manifold, because it's a 5-cylinder, actually stops it from warping from the constant temperature changes. So that worked a treat on the last one, so she's going to get the same upgrade. It's all the oils and stuff, a couple of bolts and that. Yeah, we'll talk about silicone hoses another time, but Joe's going to add some of these things in. We've got new gearbox mountings and stuff like that. And then we're going to fetch a 110 Defender. I've got to fit some rear seats for the customer and a long range fuel tank. And after we dropped off the 110, the white one, we're going to go get in our little 90 TD5 and go home. So today we're drowning in Land Rovers.
What's happening?
At the mechanic, discussing a couple of things: exhaust manifold, new Ashcroft gearbox, clutch, and a few other little odds and ends. Dropping one off, collecting another. So we're leaving the mechanic, and this is what we see when we get onto our dashboard.
Well, it's not our dashboard.
Well, yeah, the customer's dashboard. Drive with caution. Brake performance will not be optimal until brakes have bedded in. And the mechanic laughs at me and he says, Steph, it will stop at some time. Let's go home, baby.
How's the brake going?
I haven't braked yet.
Really?
We'll do a brake test now. Yeah, no, the brakes are there. It just doesn't take That's a hard clutch. He said the clutch is super hard. Steph, oh my god.
No way!
Oh my god, that clutch is heavy.
Oh, jeez. Taking a video of the next landing that we're getting into.
Okay. Landy, hello.
I'm just checking if you're excited.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, baby.
You feel like a drug dealer. Traveling with your cash.
Mechanics money.
Worth it?
So worth it. So basically he worked on the car for about 7 days. If we had to take this to a normal Land Rover workshop or something, they charge 500 an hour. Times that by 7, do some maths by 7 again, that's just like a stupid amount. So we're probably half that amount. So this is a super good deal.
Right.
And Garth does the best work, and he's very attentive to all the little niggles.
He appeals to the German side in you.
Yes, it's always got to be perfect. Oh, the clutch is amazing.
Really?
It's so beautiful. I mean, the mechanic said he's pretty happy with everything. I asked him if they find any other niggles and what, and he says no, everything's pretty sweet, which is amazing. But he said the wiring in this car, there's so much other odd wiring and what he says. I can't remember his right words, but it's probably all a bit faulty. So now the madman is flickering. And I'm sure it's an earth or something like that, but we're gonna take charge of the wiring at one time. So we
And
just
what's
have
the
to,
timeline for the wiring?
we don't know. It's like in the whole thing about wiring here and wiring here and wiring this whole thingy. And
But I think we can't do the wiring until we do the canopy, right?
yeah, we can do this type of wiring on this dash. We can do that. We can fix these things totally.
I got you. So in the meantime, you just...
You have to pretend this thing's not flashing at me, because this drives me bonkers. I have to get used to this clutch again.
I'm really sorry to do this to you. I know you're super upset about it. Are we going back to Bath?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 'cause as soon as I give it a lot of bunty, it just
The clutch is slipping.
it's slipping. Quick little test drive with the mechanic, and it's definitely something to do with the clutch. The fault is lying near the pressure plate, or the pressure plate itself.
Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and join our adventure.